Hello, everyone. This is H50 back from the Solo Sunday today, looking at free games, and right now we're going to look at the second of three, the second in this trilogy. This one is Grove, and again, it's designed by Mark Tuck, put up by Sidemen Games. Part of this new free deck set comes in a beautiful box, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So let's look at this one. What you get? It's similar to the last one, Orchid, but a bit different. So you get similar cards with some minor differences. Still 18 cards. You still get, obviously, the rules. You get, I can open this up, two little wooden tokens. The first one is a little squirrel. And the other one is a wheelbarrow that is worth 15 points. And then you get the 15 dice. This one, instead of apples and pears, we've got limes in yellow, lemons in yellow, limes in green, and oranges in, well, orange. And you'll see the cards are similar, but there's some differences. First of all, instead of having a basket full or a tree full of fruit, it's just one or two. And this is going to matter because if I overlap this one with this one, you're going to count them up. And so I had 1 and 2 is going to be 3. So this time you're adding up the values. And if I play another one on that, like this one, if I was to play it on there, I would increase it to 5. But the dice are a little bit different. They have numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and a 10. And if you ever go past 10, you just get this wheelbarrow, but there's only one. It's only a one-time thing. You got the squirrel. Like in Orchid, if you place a tree on top of another tree that doesn't match then you will put the squirrel on there, and it's going to be worth uh, negative 1 point, minus 1 point at the end of the game. Plus, if I have this on here, it's also going to be worth minus 1 to every adjacent die that I have. So, it's like the rotten fruit in Orchid, except that it's a little bit more punishing, if you will. Also, these cards have, each card has a, what's called a glade, an empty spot. That's actually going to put the number on each card. Convenient. And those empty spots, you can cover them up. You can use them to cover up a tree or fruit. You can also cover them up with another fruit. If I have a die on here, and I cover it up, actually it's a green one, I could just say it's a green one, and I were to cover this up with an empty spot, for example, the die would stay there and it doesn't change value. It's just indicating that the fruits have fallen off the tree, it's died, whatever, the fruits are gone. But you still get the score, and then later on, if I put another one on top that has the fruits, an example, I would, finally get to add more. Hopefully that makes some sense. It's very similar to Orchid, with those minor differences. So, you're going to start off the same as Orchid. I should mention one more thing on the back. There is these recipes. This is a kind of advanced variant. And the way it's going to work is you're going to stuff up the cards like normal, and you're going to draw your 9. Then, if you want, you can take 2 of these as bonuses. And this one, if I was to do this, it's going to give me, if I get all 15 dice in play, or it's on a tree or a glade, get a bonus 5 points. This one, if I get 5 orange dice in play, I get 5 bonus points. And then when you add these two numbers up, at 59, that would be the target score that you want to achieve to win the game. So I'm just going to probably leave that out for now. We'll just keep it basic. But that's kind of just to explain that. That's brand new. Again, you can't play this multiplayer, but each player needs their own copy. I believe it actually says, yes, it says that on the boxes. And again, It has a scoring thing that tells you how good you did. You might be pitiful, juiced enough, sublime. So anyways, you start off the same. You draw one card, put it in the middle, draw two, and away we go. So, let's say I put these here. And we got 2 and a 1 and 2 and a 1, so those are going to go both on a 3 to start off with. 3 and a 3. On a card. And you can see it's basically the same as Orchid if you saw that. If you didn't, same on you. So 3 and 2 is going to be 5, and then this one's going to be 3. What am I going to do? I can put this one here and make 4 and 2. I'm going to not worry about the recipe stuff for now. Guess I didn't make that clear. Just wanted to explain it. It says totally cool. I can put this here, so I'm going to do this one. I'm going to cover up this one. I'm going to put this one on here, changing this from 3 to a 4, and then getting the 2 in yellow. I'm going to put this one here, covering up one there, changing this 5 to, well, it has to be, I guess I have to make it a 10, because that's where we're at, because there is no 7, and then this one would be 2, and that one's nothing. One more. I'm going to do this, and I get 4 and 3. And one final card. And again, these cards you put aside, you can use to play a second game afterwards if you want. Which I think is cool that they do that. I can't, because this one's different. I don't want to do that. But if they were to say I could have covered some up here. What am I going to do? Let me see. Well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this one here, change this to a 6, and put a yellow 2 there. And finally, we got one last one. See, green and a red. Yes, but that doesn't work because of the other ones that are there. Okay, I'm going to put this one here, making this a 6 and a 3. And then I don't have another yellow one, so I can't really do anything with that one. You don't have it, you don't have it. And again, if this green one, I had added one more, I would have taken the 15 and thrown it on there and reused the die. Now, if I was doing the goals, I failed because I did not get all orange juice into play, and I didn't get all 15 dice in play, so, and who knows if I'm going to get that many points. But let's just count up the points anyway. We got, put all these aside, we got 10, 20, 30, 45, I believe. And that says we just made it juiced enough. It was juiced enough. We just made it. So, anyways, it's a pretty cool game. I really like it. Very travel friendly. I do recommend it. If you're looking for some cool solo games, check out this trilogy if it's still out there. And that is Grove. Comment, like, subscribe, and know what you think. Stay tuned for the final one in the trilogy coming up right after this.